Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage everyone's favorite TV dad, Dave Mercer.
Palatka, Florida, how's everybody doing today? It is a Thursday. I knew you guys would show up. Wow, what a crowd. Kicking off the Bassmaster Elite Series here in Palatka, Florida. We've done it several seasons now. I think this is our fourth or fifth visit here, Trip, you think?
Mine about six.
Six for Trip. It's great here in Palatka, but a different fishery this time around, obviously, with the storms that hit the area over the last number of years. The weed growth's a little different. You're going to hear anglers talk about that. But the Elite Series is a little different this year. 75 anglers competing. We'll do 75 day one, 75 day two. Day three, which is Saturday, we cut it down to 35. And then the top 10 fish on Championship Sunday. And anybody here hoping that Cliff Prince is part of Championship Sunday? I kind of figured. A big crowd at takeoff this morning. We do it each and every morning, so make sure to get down and cheer these guys on as they head out in the water. 7:30 tomorrow morning again, Trip. But I know you're excited to start the season.
I am. It's good to see you again, and we are taking off a little later, 7:30, just simply because we deal with fog issues here every time we come here. And so we're weighing in at 4:10 each day, and we invite everybody to come out. But excited to get this season started. We have 18 rookies in the Dick's Sporting Goods Rookie Chase, and we have a lot of new anglers coming across the stage, Dave. You know, this stage right here where we're standing has made most of the stars in this business, and we're going to make a lot of new stars this coming season, or this season, and I'm looking forward to seeing what these young anglers do. And some of these old guys, last time we were here, no disrespect, the oldest guy in the field took home the trophy, the great Rick Clunn, the one and only Rick Clunn. He had a phenomenal tournament. It was a special week to see Rick claim that victory, and he's had a good day today if you look at Bass Track. So it'll be interesting to see how it all shakes out. You're right, Mother Nature is taking a hit on the river, not only all the wind churning up the eelgrass down in Lake George, but the high water and the turbidity of the water where the grass can't grow. It'll rebound, but it'll take years. It's happened before. Nature kind of goes in cycles. Down at Okeechobee, fishing's off right now. So, but you put these caliber anglers on a fishery, and they're going to figure it out, and we'll see some good weights today.
We sure will. And if you watched all day long on Bassmaster Live, new this year, Bassmaster Live starts on day one of the event. We started, the crew over there invented live bass fishing just a few years ago. And when we first started, we were just on Saturday and Sunday. Then we went to 3 days. Now all 4 days of the tournament covered. And I saw Cliff Prince catch some fish during the Bassmaster Live today. Did you guys see it? Nobody saw it. That's awesome. Well, tune in tomorrow, okay, because it's on and it's really, really good. But we're ready to weigh some fish. Are you guys ready to meet our anglers? No. I love that sign. Palatka loves Bass, and Bass loves Palatka. I'll tell you that much. We love coming here, and we want to kick off our season because we know the giant crowds that show up here in Palatka, Florida. The most important thing about the Bassmaster Elite Series, the Bassmaster Classic, the Bass Pro Shops, Bassmaster Opens, it doesn't matter where you're fishing. It's you guys. You guys make this event so special. So on behalf of all of us, thank you. Are you guys ready to meet our anglers? Let's get ready to welcome our very first angler from Mississippi. Get loud for Brock Mosley. Weighing in first, you know you're going to take the lead. That's the good news. He's got 5 fish, 16 pounds even, and he's leading this event, ladies and gentlemen. Brock Mosley back on the Bassmaster Elite Series. $16 pounds even, and you know you're in Florida when you weigh in 16 pounds and you're like, I don't have a big one.
Man, I had nothing but males, and that's all I've been catching all week. I haven't run into a big female. I'm sharing my area with one other guy, and he's got 2 giants. So we're around them, and I'm excited to go back tomorrow. Today was a lot of fun. Had to make a long run, but I'm this place whooped me last time, so I wanted some revenge on it. It's not easy, but I think we're around the right ones, and looking forward to tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to having you all season long in the Bassmaster Elite Series. Our next angler from San Jose, California. Time to get Zaldangerous for Chris Zaldane. Chris Zaldane has steadily moved up the leaderboard here today. And look out, 17 pounds, 8 ounces. And he's a brand new leader, just 2 anglers into our weigh-in. Both bags over 16 pounds. And Chris Zaldane is your brand new leader with 17 pounds, 8 ounces. And, that looks pretty good right now. And, you had the advantage of going out the first boat this morning, so I'm sure everything went super smooth, right?
Well, the water was glass and super smooth. First boat out, I'm feeling good. It's been a long off season, and I'm doing 72 miles an hour running. And I hit a log just under the surface, a floating log, and choked up my motor and all that. So it took about 2 or 3 hours. Trait, my wife, luckily she fishes the Bassmaster Opens, and her brand new skeeter's here. We called Trip, the tournament director, and she brought her boat to me. I lost all that fishing time. I had 2 hours, and I caught that weight right there and had to come back. So I'm really anxious to get back in that area and spend a whole day out there.
I'm looking forward to seeing how it works out. And there's a tip for you. Anglers, just marry a girl who's got a bass boat, so if yours breaks down. Let's bring up our next angler, the C-O-double-B, Brandon Cobb. First time here on the Bassmaster Elite Series, and he's going to make his impression in a big way on day number 1. 19 pounds, 13 ounces. 1, 2, 3 anglers in a row. And our teeter-totter of a leaderboard continues here on day number 1 in Palatka, Florida. Bassmaster Elite Series. Say hello to Brandon Cobb. Weigh this one right here. For Phoenix Boats Big Bass, needs to be better than 5'8", 7 pounds, 5 ounces. You're leading the tournament and leading Phoenix Boats Big Bass, and you've been on the Elite Series for all of about 8 hours and a minute. How does that feel?
It definitely turned out to be a good day. I was a little worried after practice, but, I caught that big one right at the end of the day. It was pretty awesome. I didn't really know what to expect today. I just went to an area, I had a few bites, and it turned out pretty good so far, so we'll see what happens.
Did you have much experience on the St. Johns River previous to now? Some of the guys who've been on the Elite Series obviously have been here for a while.
Yeah, I've never been here before, actually. In Florida, pretty much I fished Harris Chang and Toho and Okeechobee, and that's it. So don't have a lot of Florida experience, but I like the river so far.
Worked out pretty good for you today. Let's hear it for your tournament leader, Brandon Cobb. Our next angler, Elite Series, first time across the stage from North Carolina, Shane LaHue. Welcome him to the Bassmaster Elite Series. Oh, boy. You really did Baby Shark is your song. I hate your guts right now. Sorry. 5 fish, 20 pounds, 8 ounces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And angler after angler is in the lead and no more. Your brand new leader, Shane LaHue, will pollute your ears with Baby Shark. All right, so if you don't have children, or if your children are a little older, you don't realize the menace that this song is. You just became the most popular person to children under 10 years old right now. But it's working out good for you.
I actually don't know who picked that because I forgot to pick my walkout song, so I appreciate that.
So you get Baby Shark.
Yeah, that was probably my buddy Matt McBee. We got this light. One night we got delirious and couldn't catch a bass on it. Saw 4 and 5 pounders swimming around. He started playing that song for some ungodly reason, and we started catching them.
Well, it worked again today. We'll call you Baby Shark, but can you keep catching them here?
I have no idea. I mean, I got to thank my roommate, Brandon Cobb. I had 3 bites in practice, so I had an absolutely terrible practice. He let me come in an area the last day of practice. He was like, hey, man, go check it out. I saw like 2 or 3 on the bed, and I was like, you know what? I got nothing else.
I'm going to go wing it. Hopefully they pull up. It's been 80 degrees, and they did.
Okay, so he was leading the tournament his first day in the Elite Series. He put you on the fish. You just openly admitted he is your roommate. You just took him out about 13 seconds after him and played Baby Shark. Are you worried about your rooming situation?
I might have to sleep in the truck, but yeah, no, I actually got to watch him catch that 8-pounder like 4 feet from me, so I was pretty happy for him at the end of the day. He last few hours he started struggling, then he caught that one in like the last 5 or 10 minutes we fished.
Awesome to have you here in the Elite Series, and took him a while to get a lead. From Reed Springs, Missouri, a former Classic qualifier, Chad Morgenthaler. 4 fish here today, 1 short of your limit, Chad, but were you looking at them today? Going to give you 10-10 here on day number 1.
No, I wasn't looking. I looked at a couple swim away from me, which wasn't a real good deal. I'm going to be honest with you. But, it was one of those struggle days for me. I had a plan, and it absolutely went to crap real quick. So at noon today, I did not have one, and I ran back to some stuff that I didn't think I could catch them, and I had 6 bites. One of them was a really good one, and I lost a couple of decent ones as well. But so I got to change things up a little bit tomorrow, but it's great to be back. I can see the support is still here. Man, thanks for everybody being here to watch us for the inaugural Elite Series in 2019, and we'll see if we can't bring you some more big fish.
Oh, I'm looking forward to having you here all year long. Our next angler, his first time across an Elite Series stage, a Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open champion from Bella Vista, Arkansas, Harvey Horn. Qualified for the Elite Series the last 2 years. Glad he took us up on the invite this year. 9 pounds, 5 ounces on day number 1. Puts him in 6th place currently. Unfortunately, 1 short of his limit, but 4 fish. And he officially starts his Elite Series career. And Harvey, great to have you here in the Elite Series. I know you've been chomping at the bit, waiting to get started.
I was ready to go back in December when we had our meeting. We could have had a tournament at the pond across from the hotel, and I'd have been just thrilled about it. This place is absolutely amazing, and I loved coming down here. The fishing didn't turn out so good for me today. I was just glad that express boat got me where I was going, got me back. I didn't stay in the boat all day, but tomorrow we're going to work on that and try to stay in the boat all day long.
What do you mean you didn't stay in the boat all day?
Well,
you were in the boat when you left?
And I was in the boat when I came back. That was, the primary plan for the full day, but it didn't quite work out. Missed a fish, got hung up, and I'm trolling over to pick it out, and face first into the lake when I hit a stump. Luckily, the guy that one of our great camera guys for Bass was there, on site at the time, and he came over and checked on me, made sure I was all right. Was able to get back up in the boat and regain my composure and continue to fish the rest of the day.
Now, that great cameraman, before he came and seen if you were okay, did he happen to document said events, and maybe you'll get pretty famous in Bassmaster magazine because of that?
Well, it was the first thing that somebody said when I came in for check-in. Did you dry out? And I was like, well, it must have made the blog. So it was on Bassmaster.com that I went swimming today. I'll be sure and get out there and check that out, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Hey, as long as you're getting press, it works, right? Works for Iconelli. All right, before we bring out our next angler, I said this at the beginning of the weigh-in, and I really want, it's a Thursday afternoon. I want to, Carrie, I don't know if we can do this. Can we pan this camera around? Because look at this crowd. I want to show the world what Palatka, Florida is. It's Thursday. I mean, normally crowds like this, a lot of places, you have to wait till Saturday. But you guys make some noise. Let's hear it for Palatka. Absolutely awesome, the support we get here every single time we come. Let's keep our anglers rolling. From Texas, his first time across the Elite Series stage, a 3-time FLW Tour Angler of the Year, Clark Wendlandt. 4 fish here on day number 1. 14 pounds, 4 ounces, puts him in 5th place currently. But look at that one right there. A Hydrilla Gorilla for Clark Wendlandt on day number 1 of his Bassmaster Elite Series career. Oh, boy. Currently leading Phoenix Boats, Big Bass, 7 pounds 5 ounces. Not anymore. 8-12, your brand new leader. Let's hear it for him. Clark, I know it's driving you crazy only to have 4 today, but I mean, there's a lot of people who would probably trade their limit for just that one there.
Well, there is. I mean, it was really a dream come true. I got a funny story about that fish. You know, I'm fishing out there. There's nobody around me. And I get a bite, and I set the hook, and I break a fish off. I don't know why I broke off. It just did. And I sat down, I retie, and I throw back. Just a little ways away from there, I get the bite, and I get that fish. And I get him in. I mean, it was a cluster trying to land him. And when I landed him, there was nobody around. I was like, no cameras, no nothing. So I put the fish in the live well, and I held my arms up, and I was just like, finally, first bass in the Elite Series right there. That was pretty fun.
That's a pretty good first one. Can this tournament get, you know, normally in Florida tournaments, day number 1, giant bags, but watching Bassmaster Live, it seemed like some guys were hinting at expecting it to be even better than it was today.
I think it should be. It's warming up. It's been cold here. You know, we know, you know, back Dean Rojas at Toho years ago, I fished that tournament, and when they came, they came. I think it'll probably be better, but we'll just have to go see.
Go figure it out. I'm looking forward to seeing how it works out. 8-12, leading at Phoenix Boats, Big Bass from Fayetteville, Tennessee. He'll be heading to the Classic shortly, but let's bring him out here today. Brandon Lester. Brandon Lester led here one day, I believe, a few years ago. 5 fish today for 11 pounds, 15 ounces. Puts you in 6th place here today. And it seems strange that, you know, having the day off yesterday and going into today, did a lot change?
You know, I don't really think so. I just kind of had one of those days that could have been better, but it could have been a whole lot worse too. I feel like I survived. There's good things happening out there. I saw some fish moving up this afternoon. Florida fish love sunshine. They love that warmth, and they're going to come to the bank, and I love the sunshine too. So I'm looking forward to getting back out there tomorrow.
Go get rigged and get ready. We'll see you back here tomorrow. A former TTBC champion from Asheville, Alabama, Matt Herron. 5 fish for Matt Herron. Needs 20 pounds and 9 ounces to take the lead. A good bag of fish here today. 13 pounds, 8 ounces. Going to put him in 6th place currently with 13 pounds, 8 ounces. Skeeter Yamaha Pro, Matt Herron back on the Bassmaster Elite Series. And been to St. Johns River a few times, but a very different river this time around due to the storms, I guess.
You know, it really is. And, boy, it's great to be back down here. The fans here are awesome. The weather's great, and I look forward to coming down here every year. I'm chasing them a little bit right now, but I figured out a little more this afternoon. We'll go out tomorrow and see what we can do.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. I need you to get real loud here, ladies and gentlemen. He won the title the last time we were here. The legendary Mr. Rick Clunn. Took Bassmaster win number 15 the last time we were here just 3 years ago. 5 fish today, 17 pounds and 5 ounces. And once again, Rick Clunn puts himself in contention here in Palatka, Florida. Sitting in 4th place now, Rick, and Palatka's been pretty good to you over the last few years. And you think it's going to continue to be good the next few days?
Well, I've been getting smarter every time I come. I've been coming for a long, long time, and you know, I've got to dodge those bedding fish, and if they really move in, that's what usually hurts me. Right now, you know, I'm on fish that are not moved in yet, but I'm not getting very many bites. When I get one, it's a decent fish.
Worked out pretty good, 17 pounds, 5 ounces, and sitting in 4th place. Let's hear it for Rick Clunn. Another new angler here on the Bassmaster Elite Series from Kentucky. Let me hear it for Mike Huff. Welcome to the Bassmaster Elite Series. Great to have you here, Mike. 5 fish today for 12 pounds and 9 ounces. And just like going to school, you want a picture of your first day. Let's welcome him right, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Huff. His first day at the Bassmaster Elite Series, and 12-9. Not going to keep you right at the top, but going to keep you in it.
Yeah, I had a decent day. You know, it's a grind out there. I only got about 7 bites, but I'm looking forward to going back out there and getting on them.
I'm looking. How long have you dreamed of being on the Bassmaster Elite Series?
As long as I can remember, since I was born. I mean, this is awesome. I got to weigh in behind Rick Clun, so that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Do you know what I did the day before I left here?
What's that?
I taught my son to shave. He has this little tiny little, and it looks like that probably didn't happen long ago for you either.
No, everybody makes fun of me. They say I need to put some milk on it and let the cat lick it off, so that's pretty... I shave about once a month, yeah.
Works out pretty good. Welcome to the Elite Series. From Louisiana, let's welcome to the Elite Series, Tyler Rivette. Tyler Rivette has got some rowdy fans. I love the rowdy fans. 8 pounds and an ounce. Just hold up some fish, Tyler. We're worried they'll get ornery if you don't. Tyler, great to have you here in the Bassmaster Elite Series. And do you know who these people are? Or are they just crazy fans?
Well, I think they like me. I picked them up on the way here. And I was like, look, I'll give y'all $20 just to scream for me in the fans. I gotta give him 25, I guess, now. Like,
God, don't worry. By the sounds of things on Sunday, he ain't going to have a voice, so you won't have to pay him.
That's awesome. I love them. They come to every tournament. And, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What do you think's in that Carhartt tumbler there?
Water with, I'd have to say, like, Tito's or something. But definitely it was nerve-wracking going out this morning. I didn't know what to expect. I'm just shaking all the way there, and it was a tough day, but I had fun. Figured out how to catch the males, that's for sure. But other than that, like, I realized going out this morning, I was like, you know what? I thought I was climbing this mountain, but it was just a ridge. And I looked up, that mountain's even bigger, so I got to go a little higher this next time.
You will. Well, wait a second. Stop. Come on. What are going on with your feet there? I mean, I was so distracted by your Uncle Ernie or whatever his freaking name is. What are these socks?
Make America great again. That's right.
Yeah. Definitely something, that's for sure. All right. You good now? Okay, keep that going for all the anglers. From Texas, let me hear it for Lee Livesey. Oh, looks like Lee's got something for you to cheer about. Current leader needs that 20 pounds, 8 ounces, 19 pounds, 12 ounces. He moves into third place. But what a way to start his Elite Series career. Digging deep in that Berkeley weighing bag, Palatka, Florida. Let me hear ya. $19 pounds and 12 ounces, and it's a pretty good welcome to the Bassmaster Elite Series right there. How does that feel?
Man, it feels awesome. Welcome to Palatka on the St. Johns River.
Can you keep catching them through the week?
I hope so.
No. More fun that way.
That's the plan.
And you've planned to catch them, or is it up to them?
It's up to them, but I plan on catching another 2 or 3.
All right, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Keep it going. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Our next angler from Brookville, Indiana, Dollar Bill Owen. Bill, I don't know if you realize it, but your wife is no longer the loudest yeller on tour. She was just de-seated. You're sitting in the same seats. Oh, I'm over there. His is a little more hoarse. It's the same chair.
Well, today didn't go the way I wanted it to go. I definitely didn't want to start the first day of the Elites with 8 pounds, but you know what? That's the way it goes. Some days you catch them, some days you don't, but you know what? It felt awesome to get out there on the river and run that express with that SHO up and down there. Every time I get in that boat, it makes me feel like a kid again. And you want me to tell you what's going on back there behind us, behind stage?
Sure.
Well, here's all I'm going to say is what's going on back there is proof that Bass has the platform to build superstars, because what's going on back there is phenomenal. You know what I mean? I got my little 8 pounds, and I'm surrounded by 20. There might be 24 back there. I'm not going to tell you all what's going on back there. All I know is the new guys that are here are catching them, and look out, because we're going to build new superstars.
You know where that you want to know what that platform is? It's you guys right there, the 500,000 Bassmaster members.
And you know what? I want to thank everyone here that came out here today, because without the fans, we don't have this sport, and we appreciate y'all for coming.
Some people say it's tough to draw a crowd in Florida. All the way from Queensland, Australia, finally back on the Elite Series, the Wallabies, Carl Jacobson. 3 fish here on day number 1, not the start you wanted, 7 pounds, 5 ounces. 7 pounds, 5 ounces here on day number 1 for Carl Jacobson. Carl, great to have you back here in the Elite Series. I know that's not the start you want, but I can guarantee you the rest of the season's a lot more important than the first day at school.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I've dreamt of being up on this stage since I was 14 years old back home in Australia. So to be here is, is everything to me this morning. It's just amazing, you guys. And just to be here, but yeah, didn't want to start it off like that. I lost quite a few big ones. Should have had a chance of a really big bag, but it's not what happens to you. It's how you handle it. Got to go out tomorrow, catch a big bag, come back, and make it happen. But this crowd is awesome. I want to say thank you for Bassmaster for everything they do, and the fans and the crowd. I love being down here, and hopefully I'll have a couple of giants here tomorrow.
I look forward to seeing it. Another new member of the Bassmaster Elite Series from New Jersey, Greg DePalma. Welcome to the Bassmaster Elite Series, and it looks like a warm welcome indeed. 5 fish here on day number 1 for Greg DePalma, 18 pounds, 8 ounces. And he moves into our top 5 in 4th place currently. His first day on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Greg DePalma. Boom, shakalaka, giant bass. 18-8. And you probably wondered if that loudmouth was yelled at about you at some point this year. It didn't take long. 7 pounds, 9 ounces, not going to take over Phoenix Boat's big bass, but that fish went a long way for you today.
You know, I don't even care about the Phoenix Big Basses. All I care about is weighing some fish, because this is the Elite Series, baby, and we got here. And to me, that's more important than anything I've ever done in my life. So I'm so proud to say that.
We're so proud to have you here, and I can't wait to watch your season unfold. All the way from Minnesota, the amazing fighter man, Seth Fighter. 5 fish for Seth Fighter here on day number 1. Former Elite Series champion, 14 pounds, 13 ounces. He moves into 8th place currently, going to dig deep in that Berkeley weigh-in bag. Let's hear it for Elite Series champion, Seth Fighter. 14 pounds, 13 ounces, sitting inside the top 10 right now in 8th place. And it looks like a lot of stuff's going on there. You know, we hit some fisheries. They talk about whether fish are moving up, but it seems like they're still moving.
Yeah, it was an interesting day. I actually caught one off my graph in 17 feet of water this afternoon, so never done that in Florida before. And I caught some bed fish today and just kind of mixing it up shallow and deep, and a lot's changing. I mean, I found one place today that didn't have any fish in it, just a bunch of empty beds in practice, and I went there today and they're all over, and there's one great big one in there I'm going to try to catch tomorrow. She just wasn't quite ready today.
How big do you think it is?
Oh, it's not that big.
You said it was real big.
It's like 6-7 pounds.
Oh, okay. It's pretty big.
Yeah, it's not big for Florida.
Okay, we'll go get that one and then go get some others, and we'll see you tomorrow. Another new angler in the Bassmaster Elite Series from Oklahoma, Luke Palmer. 5 fish for Luke Palmer here on day number 1. Was one of the first boats to leave the dock this morning. 11 pounds, 2 ounces, push you in 13th place right now. Hold them up. It's your first day on the Bassmaster Elite Series. 11 pounds, 2 ounces, and I know that wasn't exactly what you were after, obviously, but you're on the Bassmaster Elite Series, and day one didn't go so bad.
No, it wasn't. You know, I was actually kind of nervous to even catch a limit, but things kind of changed this afternoon. I might have figured something out. Hopefully it did. You know, lost a couple of fish, in which everybody's losing some. You know, they're spawning and stuff like that, but you know, looking forward to tomorrow. I'm actually getting pretty excited. I mean, you know, caught a few fish. Nice.
It makes it more fun every time, trust me. From Texas, back on the Bassmaster Elite Series, originally from Japan, Yusuke Miyazaki. Four fish for Yusuke here on day number 1. 11 pounds, 13 ounces, puts you in 13th place currently. 11-13, sitting in 13th place at the early point of today's weigh-in. £11 pounds, 13 ounces, and that was a lot of that weight right there. We'll get a weight on that fish right now. 6 pounds, 11 ounces. I'd be pretty happy with that one.
Yeah, I got happy about it, but after I caught that one about, you know, just late a little bit, I lost one same size as, you know, next to the boat. I tried almost reach to the, you know, mouth, but I don't know why, just break the line. You know, I hate to tell you about happening, but it's just happening. So I don't want to happening tomorrow. I want to catch everything I can. So
don't tell us about it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell anything tomorrow, probably.
No, just bring big fish.
Yeah, but I'm really glad, you know, coming back to, you know, the stage at the Elite, and I really appreciate, you know, a lot of my fans to try to help me out to, you know, coming back to here. So I'm really glad anyway to standing to here. So
it's awesome to have you here. From Holt, Michigan, former Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open champion. Get loud for Chad Pipkins. 5 fish for Chad Pipkins here on day number 1. Spent his off season getting married. 10 pounds, 15 ounces. Puts him in 15th place currently. And is that your first time across the Elite Series stage as a husband?
Oh, no, I was married. I've been married a year now, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. A lot of stuff happened. My brain's.
It's okay. It was a long off season. It was good. It wasn't long because I'm married. It was just long in general, so it was good. Sorry.
You can tell he's been married a year. If it was just new, he wouldn't have caught it that quick.
Good. Got to get some bonus points. So it was a rough day today. Outside, marriage is wonderful. Thank you. But it was just tough today. They didn't bite, and when they did, they didn't want to come take a ride in the live well. So tomorrow, we're going to get after them. We know where some big ones are, and it's all about bouncing back in this game. So tough day today, and we're going to swing hard tomorrow. You guys got some giants here, so yeah.
Looking forward to seeing it. All right, Florida, get loud for one of your very own from Gainesville, Florida, Bernie Schultz. Saw Bernie on Bassmaster Live today working some magic. And what a start to this event. 17 pounds, 7 ounces. He moves into 6th place currently. Get loud for Bernie Schultz, ladies and gentlemen. £17 pounds and 7 ounces and puts you in 6th place currently. But Bernie, I think I saw something on Bassmaster Live that I've never, explain to me what happened with that fish. Was that the same fish you caught, or was it another fish?
No, he had 2 girlfriends on his bed, and it was a crazy thing. I mean, it happened late in the day. I had very little time to fish, and these 2 females pulled up on a bed with about a 3-pound male, and I'm casting over one of them, trying to get in the sweet spot, and he noses down, and I thought he bit it, and I set the hook and foul hooked one of the big fish. So I lost 4 or 5 minutes of that trying to get that fish to the boat and unhook her and release her.
So to be clear, if you foul hook a fish and you're looking at it, you got to let it go. So you got the fish to the boat, and it's how big?
About 7 pounds.
And had to let it go.
Yeah, I had to let her go.
I'd be in the fetal position for the rest of the day if that happened to me. What did you do?
I wanted to break things, but the camera was rolling, so I didn't say anything or do that. But I tell you, I was trying to gather myself, and I mean the clock's ticking. I've got a long run, and I've got probably 3 or 4 minutes left after releasing that fish. And last cast, that big one ate. It was a twin of the other one, so I don't know what it weighed. I didn't even listen to the weight, but anyway, it was no good deed goes unrewarded. Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
All right.
Worked out pretty good. Keep it rolling. Let's hear it for Bernie Schultz. 6-time Classic qualifier from Virginia. Let's get loud for Rick Morris. Two fish here today for 2 pounds 4 ounces. But hey, it's way better to make a comeback. I always say Rocky would have sucked. It would have been a horrible movie if he went out in the first round and knocked him out, right?
That's absolutely right. You know, I've been to Palatka a bunch of times in 20-some years, and I've had plenty of 20-pound bags, and I've had other days like this. You know, sometimes you zig when you should zag. So most of all, I want to say thank you to all the troops and all your first responders out there. And I always love coming to Florida. It's 80 degrees, and you see all these giants getting weighed in, and maybe I'll catch a few tomorrow. So you guys have a good one. See you tomorrow.
Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. From Louisiana, he is a former Bass Nation national champion, Caleb Sumrall. One fish here today. It only needs to be 20 pounds, 9 ounces. 5 pounds, 2 ounces. It's a good one. All right, so either you caught that one first thing in the morning and thought it's going to be a great day, or you caught it. Like, how long was that fish lonely for?
That fish was actually lonely for a very short time. Well, I caught a keeper. It was a male of a giant on a bed. And I'll give Big Bass in this tournament a run if I can get my hands on her. I let the 12-incher go that was a male just to settle her down so I can maybe have a chance at her tomorrow. And then about 2 hours later, when I didn't have another keeper, I was kind of missing that 12-incher.
Well, sometimes bets pay off, and
we'll have to see. I'm gonna need a bag tomorrow. Last hour of the day, I had 7 bites. I never connected with any of them, and you can't have those type of days. So I'm gonna go home, tie on some stuff, and readjust, and hopefully connect with all of them tomorrow.
I look forward to seeing it happen. Bass Nation national champion from last year. Speaking of last year, he passed the $1 million mark in earnings. A 2-time Elite Series champion, the Tower of Power, Jason Williamson. Jay Willie with 5 fish here today. 12 pounds, 15 ounces. He moves into 12th place currently. Going to keep himself in contention in this event. Of course, the first 2 days we fish a full field of 75, and then on Saturday cut it down to 35, and top 10 go on to Sunday. Love to see you all the way through this deal, but St. John's River a little different this time around, maybe a little less predictable. Do you think it could be a situation where the bite gets better as the tournament goes on, which doesn't happen in Florida a lot?
Yeah, it is. You know, we're coming off some pretty cold weather. The clouds were hanging around during practice. Now the sun's out bright, and that's what these Florida fish like. And they're going to show you some big ones after I leave the stage for sure. But, man, I'm just blessed to be here in Palatka, blessed to do this for a living, and I'd like to say a special thanks to all my sponsors.
I'd like to thank you for being here in the Bassmaster Elite Series. From Gonzales, Louisiana, get right loud for Robbie Latuso. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You're going to get real loud for Robbie Latuso. He needs 20 pounds and 9 ounces to take the lead. 20 pounds, 8 ounces, and we got a 2-way tie. But that's not a problem. 25 pounds, 2 ounces. 25 pounds and 2 ounces. And Robbie Latuso is leading the first event of the Bassmaster Elite Series here in Palatka, Florida. Double guns loaded, bang, bang. Latuso knocks out the lights on day number 1 with 25 pounds and 2 ounces. Woo! You know, a lot of people have been waiting for this season to start. And 8 pounds and 6 ounces, not going to take over Phoenix Boats Big Bass, but you got a few more days to do that. But people have been waiting for this season to start after a long off season. And, you know, everybody 74 other guys probably had the same freaking dream of going and catching 25 pounds, but you did it.
It was just an awesome day. I just went out there, had fun, didn't put no pressure on myself. Tripp told us not to roll the bag up when we come up here, so I just filled it up.
Fill it up is the right way to do it. True story. From Baton Rouge, Louisiana, let me hear it for Derek Hudnall. Great start to things, Derek. Great start. Day number 1 of the Bassmaster Elite Series. 5 fish, 17 pounds, 2 ounces. Inside the top 10 in 9th place currently. And ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Derek Hudnall to the Bassmaster Elite Series. Yeah, now Derek just learned a valuable lesson. You don't want to make those Bassmaster photographers ornery, okay? They'll yell at you.
Yes, they will. I'll tell you what. How about on top of that, this stage, man, and following up my boy Robbie Latusa from Louisiana. That's how we feed our soul back home in Louisiana, right there. Hey, my little girl.
Who is this?
What's your name?
My name is Peyton.
Peyton, you're the cutest person I've interviewed all day.
My name is Peyton.
You got to train her other things.
Man, I'll tell you what, this stage is incredible. This is 2009. I watched Hank Parker hold up that classic trophy, and every day since then, I've dreamed about being here, and I get to be here with you guys. I get to be in Knoxville for the first classic. I love Florida. You know, let me see if I can do it again tomorrow and see if we can make some history on the first one.
I'm looking forward to a great start. Peyton, we'll see you later. High five. Everybody say bye to Peyton. Hey, you got to go this way. It's a big drop. Big drop. Not so bad for you, but Peyton won't like it. Our next angler, all the way from Virginia, let me hear it for Ed Loughran.
Hey, you pronounced it right.
Wait, is that not what I said this morning, Ed Loughran?
Great.
I'm good at that stuff sometimes. 11 pounds, 15 ounces. Ed Loughran the third, bringing up 11-15, and that's a good one right there. Ed, is it true your real job before this was a lawyer?
Yeah.
You're an educated man, and now you find yourself here in the Elite Series. How did that happen?
A little bit of luck, a little bit of stupidity maybe, but I'm here, and it's a lot of fun. Today was a little bit difficult day. Difficult practice, but today ended up with 4 fish. Lost the fifth one a couple of times, but I'll see what I can do tomorrow. Hopefully I can improve.
Well, the Cruz family speaks very highly of you, and if they do, you're all right by me, and we look forward to having you all season long. Here's one of the most talked about rookies on the Elite Series from South Carolina. Let me hear it for Patrick Walters. 5 fish here today. Day number 1 on the Bassmaster Elite Series. 5 fish for 13 pounds, 15 ounces. Moves him into 13th place currently. 13 pounds, 15 ounces, and sitting in 13th place. Not a bad way to start your Elite Series career.
That won't last long, but you're right. I was a happy start. Practice was tough. I had 3 bites first day, 5, and then 2. And I was going out there for a limit, but hey, us bass fishermen, we get pretty greedy sometimes. You know, it's a little give and take. If we get 5 fish, then we want 15 pounds. And once we get 15, we're going for 20. But hey, that's fishing. I'm happy to be here. The sun is shining. I cannot thank the great city of Palatka for hosting us, and hey, I'm excited. Let's go get them.
I'm excited to have you here. Look forward to seeing you all year long. Back on the Bassmaster Elite Series from North Carolina, Shane Lineberger. Great to have you back here, Shane. 5 fish here on day number 1. 5 fish for 13 pounds, 7 ounces. Puts them in 15th place currently. Let's hear it for Shane Lineberger. That's why you come to Florida, fish like that.
Man, I tell you what, you talk about a nervous wreck. You catch something like that on a spinning rod, it'll make you nervous. I'm talking about I walked all over the boat. Didn't have a marshal today. I actually sat down on the boat for about 2 minutes and just shook. I mean, you know what I mean? You catch these fish and catch them, and still it don't get old.
Tell me, like, catching a fish like that, me and you went fishing for fun. Catching a fish like that, you get pretty excited, but on the Elite Series, it's like catching a fish on steroids.
It really is. It really magnifies it a lot. You know, there's so much pressure. You want to do well. You got all this great big crowd out here. You don't want to show up with a bunch of little guys, so you at least got to catch one 7-pounder.
You did that and a few more. Keep it going. A former Carhartt College Bass champion back on the Elite Series from Louisiana. Get loud for Brett Pruitt. Brett Pruitt with 5 fish here today. 5 fish for 11 pounds, 5 ounces. He moves into 21st place as we near the halfway point of our day 1 weigh-in. Back on the Bassmaster Elite Series, and, a series of videos that have been out there, obviously. Big Bass, big stage, big dreams. Yours was one of the first ones to come out there, and that had to be a pretty cool experience.
Oh, it was pretty special to just being able to show what I do in my off season and taking care of cows and another big part of my life. And I'm just glad to be back here on the Elite Series and kind of look forward to go catch some big ones tomorrow and make it happen.
I'm looking forward to seeing it myself. Go get them. From Florida, so Florida, give him a little love. From Okeechobee, Florida, Kyle Monty. Kyle Monty from Florida. We saw him on Bassmaster Live today. 5 fish for 7 pounds, 8 ounces, and that is not exactly the plan, I imagine.
Not at all. Not at all. The day off kind of hurt me. I was catching them flipping mats and stuff, and they were gone. So tomorrow we're going to regroup, try something else, and run that Skeeter Yamaha a long way and burn a lot of gas and see what we can come up with.
Go get it done. We'll see you back here tomorrow. From Georgia, get loud for Micah Frazier. All right, I need you guys to go absolutely crazy here in a minute. He's going to hold up some big fish, but we got cameras taking crowd shots. 22 pounds, 8 ounces, 22.8. And Micah Frazier moves into second place currently. Palatka, we got cameras taking shots. You get absolutely nuts. Let's hear it. $22 pounds, 8 ounces, sitting in second place, and boy, that's a way to start the season.
Yeah, it really is. I haven't fished since the AOI Championship in September, so it's a good way to start it off, and typically don't do that good in Florida, so it's even better to start it off good in Florida. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the year on the Elite Series. Man, I'm just so thankful to be out here. I get in and I've got a baby boy now, and he came 2.5 months early, and so that's kind of consumed a lot of my time this off season. But I get in here and my wife sends me a picture, and he's laid in his little boppy on the coffee table watching Bass Live. So it's just I'm just so thankful for everything that's gone on, and to be out here and my family, and I'm ready to get them back on the road with me.
Truly awesome. Changed your life, and it's great to have you here. From Oklahoma, his first time in the Bassmaster Elite Series. Let me hear it for Dale Hightower. Dale Hightower represented the Bass Nation in the Classic a few years ago, and on the Elite Series now. Great to have you here, Dale. 5 fish here on day number 1, 13 pounds, 10 ounces, puts him in 15th place currently. Digging deep in that Berkeley weigh-in bag. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Dale Hightower to the Bassmaster Elite Series. Big bass, a big stage, a big dreams, and that's what this sport is all about. And Dale, just day number 1 of your Elite Series career, and off to a great start. Got to be feeling good going into tomorrow?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. It kind of happened late in the day for me. I found out a little bit. Learned a little something late in the day, so I wish I had a little more time, but we're going to get after them again tomorrow. I think we can get a lot bigger sack tomorrow.
Do you think that's because, did you change later in the day, or was that because the fish had started to move?
Well, actually, I caught a lot of small fish early in the day, and then things tapered off towards the middle of the day, and it was really slow. Then there towards the end, I did make a change, moved up a little shallower. Man, I can't say enough about my express boat. That thing get up in 12 inches of water, floating 10, 12 inches. I can just go, and I found these fish way in the very, very back. And you know, it's a place I couldn't got if I'd not been in that aluminum boat.
Well, yeah, and the nice thing about them is your teammate was up here a little while ago, Harvey Horn, and he says they're really easy to get back in if you go swimming. Did you hear about that yet?
I kind of heard a little bit about it. He'll probably tell me more.
I'm sure he will. Great to have you here, and great to have the whole team Express fishing here in the Elite Series. For our next angler from California, let me hear it for Randy Pearson. Great to have you here. Welcome to the Bassmaster Elite Series, representing the Bass Nation. 4 pounds and 9 ounces. Not the start you wanted, but hey, you're on the Elite Series, and I'd rather have the first day go a little rough than the last day.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened today, but the good thing is I get a chance to meet you. I wish there were better circumstances today, a little bit more fish, but it was just a tough day, kind of operator error. I didn't execute, and do better next time.
Well, by the end of the season, I'm pretty sure I won't be the highlight. Trust me. Our reigning and defending Elite Series Rookie of the Year from North Carolina. Get loud for Jake Whitaker. Won the Rookie of the Year title last year. And coming out this year with 5 fish for 8 pounds, 13 ounces. Going to put you in 28th place right now. And it's Florida. You're always just one bite away from being in the middle of it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I got all my big bites in practice this week. So we're going to regroup, go tie on a few different things, and see what we can come up with tomorrow. But this is an awesome crowd. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting. You guys are awesome. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
The reigning FLW Cup champion from Alabama. Get loud for Clint Davis. He is the reigning Forest Wood Cup champion, and we're happy to have him here on the Bassmaster Elite Series. 3 fish today for 8 pounds, 11 ounces. Puts him in 29th place. That one there helped you a lot out today, but it seems like this fishery is changing.
Yeah, you know, man, I struggled all day, and I caught those about 1 o'clock. I was like, all right, now I got something figured out, and I got no time to weigh in, didn't get another bite. So probably the only thing I learned today is I'm not going back to where I went today.
You eliminated some water.
a bunch, a whole lake.
Perfect. You're all set. There's only a few others to eliminate. Our next angler, I know lots of people watching online back in Canada. From Cavan, Ontario, Canada. Get loud for Corey Johnson. Proud to welcome this guy to the Bassmaster Elite Series. 21 pounds and an ounce. And Corey Johnson doesn't take long to make his mark on the Bassmaster Elite Series. He moves all the way to 3rd place. Get loud for Corey Johnson. We're going to weigh that for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. Don't think it'll take that, but pretty good start to your Elite Series career. That one, 6 pounds, 3 ounces. And I'm not shocked at all, because you'll meet his brother in a little while. I met them when they were like this tall. And there's a reason you know what they did to me? They beat me so relentlessly back at home. I became a tournament MC and ran to America. But you followed me here, and you're doing damage. How was day 1 in the Elite Series?
Yeah, you know what? It was a great day out there. I wasted probably 3 hours this morning. I went somewhere that I thought I was going to catch him in the morning, but I couldn't see, and I learned a lot today. So tomorrow, you know, I'm going to go out there, learn from my mistake this morning, and see what happens.
I don't know. There's a lot of mistakes there with that bag. Let's hear it for him. All the way from Winchester, Tennessee. From Phoenix Boats, get loud for Gary Klaus. Garrett Klaus is here on the Bassmaster Elite Series with one goal in mind, and that is the Bassmaster Classic. 11 pounds, 7 ounces. Puts him in 24th place currently, but let's welcome him to the Bassmaster Elite Series. $11 pounds, 7 ounces, sitting in 24th place, and it's so interesting today's weigh-in. You know, so many new anglers here in the Elite Series, but one thing never changes: the ultimate goal, and that's making it to the Bassmaster Classic.
Yeah, that is the ultimate goal. And I tell you what, you told me this morning you had me on the your fantasy team.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, my morning started out like a nightmare, so you wouldn't have been very happy with me this morning.
You really screwed up my fantasy team.
Yeah. Hey, you should have seen me about noon. I pulled it back to get that, So, no, I started out pretty bad. I didn't fish very well this morning and made a couple of bad moves early and, I was able to catch a limit, and maybe I can go back out there. I think I found a little bit of something out later on in the day, and maybe some big ones will move in there. I'm not sure, but it feels like there's some coming to this one area that I found late in the day, so we'll see what happens.
I'm looking forward to seeing it and looking forward to having you here all season long. He wiped his hands on me. He owns the boat company of the boats I use, so he's allowed to do that. From Michigan, our next angler, Garrett Paquette? Is that Paquette?
When you get French Canadian wrong, you're going to have some people mad at you when you go back home. I can tell you that.
No, I don't know any of them people. Garrett Paquette. How do you do it? Paquette. Okay. Garrett Paquette. I got it. I'll never screw it up. It's now on tape. Garrett Paquette, or something like that. Tell me how long you've been dreaming of getting on the Bassmaster Elite Series.
I mean, since I was a little kid, seeing KVD win the Classic when I was a little kid, seeing someone from Michigan do it, where we don't have a lot of bass fishing back home. We're mostly walleye and perch and bluegill and salmon fishing, so all the sacrifice I've gone through, my family's gone through, my friends have gone through, it was worth it this morning.
It's great to have you here, and I promise I'll get better at your name. Get loud for our next angler, former Elite Series champion from Salem, Virginia, the cruise missile, John Cruz. 5 fish for John Cruz and 5 good ones. Oh, boy. 5 fish. 24 pounds, 13 ounces, 24-13. And the cruise missile slides into second place here on day number 1 of the 2019 Bassmaster Elite Series. Big bass, big stage, and big dreams. And get loud. Boom, shakalaka, giant bass. Holy. Let me touch it. Oh, my. Look at it. He's better than 8, 12, 11 pounds, 2 ounces. 11-2.
Good job, man. I don't know what to say. I'll be honest with you. It was, that was a nice fish.
11-2. I think there's a lot of people catch 10s. Not a lot of people catch 11-2s.
That's the biggest fish I've ever caught in my whole life. Right here on the St. Johns River.
It's not often I don't have stuff to say, but I got nothing. So you going to catch him tomorrow?
The part that has me the most speechless is that my practice was terrible. And those were the only 5 keepers I caught today. So maybe something can string together tomorrow and we can do it again, but either way, I'm just very thankful to have what I have, and appreciate this huge crowd, appreciate my dad being here, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
I have one question for you, because I don't know if I'm just not professional enough or what, but when I fluke into a big fish, I can't stop going back and looking in the live well and just look. How many times did you just kind of, ooh?
Plus or minus is like 3.5 on that. Yeah. I mean, well, if you crack it, there is a chance that he could launch himself.
I'm going to tell you that big slug won't jump anywhere. It wouldn't fit out.
I've seen 7-pounders launch directly out.
All right, I was trying to have fun. Strip's picking on me again. From Newcomerstown, Ohio, get loud for Hunter Shryock. So, no big deal. 11-2 ahead of you. There's nothing to follow. 5 fish for 17 pounds and 8 ounces, which is way bigger than 11-2. £17, 8 ounces, and probably should have convinced Cruz to let you go ahead of him.
I tried. I tried to tell him, like, that thing's bigger than 10, and he wouldn't believe me, and I thought he had more than. That's a lot of weight, but man, I'm stoked to have the start that I had. I honestly had a couple bites in practice, and that's not a fisherman's lie. I mean, I literally have fished at this place since 2014. I'm from Ohio, and I love coming here. I would literally sleep at the Walmart here in Palatka. I'd sleep in my truck, and I'd run down to Lake George and all the canals and all that stuff, and learn how to sight fish here. It's awesome, and man, if the weather stays the way that it is, I'm hoping he's right and does his job right. You're going to see more 11-2s, probably even bigger than that.
You're not still in the parking lot at Walmart, are you?
I am not. I did.
Just checking.
I did. I got a camper now, so now we stay right on the other side, in the back of the parking lot. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it's awesome. That's how much I truly love the place to come here. So thank y'all for having us. Man, this is a dream tournament to come here for me. So I'm really looking for tomorrow and hopefully the rest of the weekend.
I want you here all the way through to Sunday. All right, you got to get loud for a 3-time TTBC champion, 2-time Elite Series champion from Huntington, Texas, Keith Combs. Keith Combs with 5 fish here today. 5 fish for 9 pounds and 8 ounces, and not the start you wanted, I'm sure. And to make things more humiliating, John Cruz stood 2 bags ahead of you in the line.
Yeah, that was tough. I mean, they're going to catch him, though. John had that awesome 11-pounder, man. That's exciting. But that's why we come to Florida, to catch those kind of fish. For me, this week's been a grind. You know, practice was cold and tough, and today was warm and tough. So, I got my work cut out for me. But the exciting thing is we know those kind live here. So any pitch or any cast, you can catch one and get right back in the game. But I'm definitely going to have to change things up because 9-8 just not going to cut it here in Florida.
Just go get 11 on the first pitch and you'll be right back there. From Alabama, his second season on the Bassmaster Elite Series, Bill Weidler. 5 fish for Bill here today. Get a weight on those 5 on day number 1. 12 pounds and 9 ounces puts you in 23rd place currently. Past halfway in the weigh-in. And 12 pounds, 9 ounces puts you in 23rd place, so not so bad.
Yeah, I had to make some decisions today and change what I was doing. At 1 o'clock, I had 2 small ones in the boat, so I know I'm in the right areas. Some of the big bags I saw come up on the stage, I'm right around some of those boats, and I'm confident that I can get it done and get out here on Saturday. So I'm looking forward to getting back out there tomorrow and doing it.
Go get it done. We'll see you back here tomorrow. From Spring Grove, Illinois, get loud for Chris Groh. 3 fish here on day number 1. Not the start he was looking for, but 5-12. Nobody cares how the movie starts as long as it's got a strong ending.
Yeah, definitely. This is the deal I'm going to do is I'm going to get back to the truck, go way into my toolbox and get a thing of WD-40 because the rust is here. I duffed quite a few. So we're going to go out there tomorrow, maybe get 24, 25, and then we can fish Saturday.
Really that simple. Just go do it. I look forward to seeing you. Here's a guy who I'm excited to have in the Elite Series, a former Geico Bassmaster Classic champion, truly a legend in our sport, Jay Ellis. Jay, great to have you on the Bassmaster Elite Series, back on a Bassmaster stage with 13 pounds, 4 ounces here today. Puts him in 21st place. Going to hold one up high for you. Get some pictures of Jay Yellis as he makes his return to Bass. 13 pounds and 4 ounces, and that's going to put you in 21st place currently, Jay. And so proud to have you back here in the Bassmaster Elite Series, back here fishing with Bass. You had such a great career with Bass and with FLW, but happy to have you here.
I'm just thrilled to be back fishing the Bass Elite Series, and you know, it's just growing up fishing the Bassmaster Tournament Trail was always a dream of mine as a kid growing up on the West Coast, and I started fishing. My first Bassmaster tournament was at Lake Mead in 1989, and actually finished in the top 10 there, which was fun. And then got my start, moved to Texas, and started fishing all through the 90s, 2000s. I've been doing it a long time. This is making me feel old. It's like my 32nd year fishing, but I love it. And but anyway, today was fun. It was a grind until I picked up a Senko this afternoon, started catching some on that, and lost a couple good ones. We'll see what happens tomorrow. It's fun.
That makes sure it's a day saver. Great to have you here. Let's keep him rolling through. A 3-time Elite Series champion from Auburn, Alabama, Steve Kennedy. Steve Kennedy with 5 fish here on day number 1. 5 fish for 11 pounds, 8 ounces, pushing 29th place currently, and big comeback tomorrow, but you're definitely somewhere it can happen.
Definitely, yeah. I want to catch one like John Cruz called it. They'd have to have 20 pounds too. So. But yeah, that's the difference here. You got to catch one big one, and I didn't get it today, so hopefully I can do it tomorrow.
I know you can. We've seen you do it many times in the past. From North Carolina, former Toyota Trucks All-Star champion, Hank Cherry. 3 fish here today, Hank, and 2 short of a limit, unfortunately not the plan, but 7:13 gets you started off in 41st place right now, and I know you'll make a big comeback tomorrow.
But I don't know what I'm going to do. The first time we came down here, I knew nothing about eelgrass, so the second time I came back, I'm going to catch some suckers in the grass. So I learned how to do it. I come back, now there's no grass. I guess I got to start all over again. But look, I love coming down here. I love fishing. One cast can be the biggest fish of your lifetime. John Cruz proved that. I want to give a shout out to a new sponsor of mine, Super Chewer Bark Box this year. They're supporting me. They're helping me out. Anybody that's got dogs, you need treats and toys, go online, check them out. They have some great, great stuff. And tomorrow, I'm bringing some more.
All right. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Our next angler from Louisiana. Let me hear it for Quentin Capo. Quentin Capo, welcome to the Bassmaster Elite Series. Great to have you here. 5 fish on day number 1. 13 pounds, 7 ounces, pushing 20th place, and got to be happy with that. Let him dig deep in that bag, and welcome him to the Elite Series, Palaka. $13 pounds, 7 ounces, sitting in 20th place. Not a bad way to start your Elite Series career.
Not a bad start. I had a lot of bites today. My big girls didn't show up, so I'm going to change tactics and put some stuff together and see if I can do it tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. Great start. Keep it rolling. All the way from Tennessee, a former Bass Pro Shops, a Bassmaster Open champion, Skylar Hamilton. 5 fish for Skylar Hamilton on day number 1, 10 pounds even, puts you in 36th place currently. Gonna hold one high for you, ladies and gentlemen. £10 even and sitting in 36th place, and not so bad when imagine coming in here with 10 pounds, you figured it's gonna be a lot deeper hole than that, but you're gonna get an opportunity to get right back in it tomorrow.
Listen, it took me 6 years to make a check in Florida, and finally made one in Okeechobee when we went there, and it was 2017. And now I feel like I'm behind again, so hopefully it's not 6 years again. I just have no idea how these guys are catching them. But I'm going to go do what I can do, and hopefully I can catch 10 pounds again tomorrow, because I might not catch a single fish.
Well, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Our next angler from Dadeville, Alabama. Give me a little love for Kelly J. 5 fish for Kelly J, kicking off the 2019 Elite Series campaign with 18-14, and he goes into 8th place. Let's hear it for Kelly J, sitting in 8th place currently at stop number 1 of the Bassmaster Elite Series. 18 pounds, 14 ounces, sitting in 8th place, and a pretty good start to the season.
Yeah, well, you know, my first tournament every year, I don't know what it is, but I bomb. So I'm hoping this is going to be a change for the better. It was kind of tough. I mean, I didn't catch a lot of fish. I caught like 8 keepers today, but luckily 5 of them, you know, was pretty good fish. So we'll go back tomorrow and hope I get 5 more big bites.
Always great to have you here. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Here's a new Elite Series, a pro, but he's not new to the game. Multiple FLW Tour wins from North Carolina. Let me hear it from Matt Airy. Matt, great to have you here on the Bassmaster Elite Series. And a great start to his Elite Series career. 5 fish on day number 1, 19 pounds, 7 ounces. 19-7, and he moves into 8th place currently. Get loud for Bassmaster Elite Series pro Matt Airy. Big bass, big stage, and big dreams are happening here on the Elite Series, and that's a big start to your Elite Series career on day number 1.
You know what's sad about that is, of course, I'm a transplant from another tour, and I got back there and they handed me 2 bags, and I said, why am I getting...
It's okay, you can say the name.
Why am I getting 2 bags? From the FLW tour, sorry. And so I've been a little confused all day, you know, dealing with the new rules and the new everything. But I'm excited to be here, man. I grew up watching Bassmaster on television when I was 7, 8 years old, when Bob Cobb was hosting it on TNE, and it's always been a dream of mine to fish the Bassmaster Classic, and I just hope we can make that happen this year.
I would love to see it. Great start to it, and we'll see you here tomorrow. From Del Rio, Texas, let's welcome back to the Elite Series, Ray Hanselman Jr. Already started off the year with a win in the state of Texas. 5 fish here today. 19 pounds, 2 ounces. He moves into the top 10 in 9th place currently. Ray Hanselman Jr. did something that I don't believe any other angler has ever done. He won every event in one division of the Costa tournaments he fished. Won every one of them, and you've won every one so far this year. Can you do that again?
Well, we're going to try. You know, this is my first trip to Florida, and I'm digging this deal. You know, I like this. This is my style of fishing. It's my style of fishing, and there's some big ones in here.
Big ones indeed, and you seem to be catching them, so keep it going. From Panama City, Florida, former Elite Series Rookie of the Year and Elite Series champion, Drew Benton. Five fish for Drew Benton here on day number 1, 20 pounds and 10 ounces. And for those of you who watch Bassmaster Live, you saw Drew Benton go to work. We're going to roll some footage, and I guess we can't see it from here, Drew, so you're just going to have to make it up. But let's just look at some footage. This is how Drew's Elite Series season started, the first fish of his Elite Series season this year.
Please stay with me. Yes, got your big butt. Woo! That's what I'm talking about right there, baby. That's how you start the 2019 Bassmaster Elite Series. Woo! Get fired up for that, baby.
That is the way you start the series, and a great start to things. And starting in Palatka works out good for you. I believe the year you won Rookie of the Year, we started in Palatka, Florida, too.
Yeah, you know, I don't have much experience here, but it's really special to me. I don't know what it is. Whenever they get up shallow, I just love to catch them off the bed, and
I think some or more are coming with this good weather, and I'm just excited to go fishing tomorrow.
Watching you on live today, Zona said it several times, but it did seem like, although you did really well, you were kind of shocked that there wasn't more of. Were we reading you right?
I was, and earlier he asked me what it was going to take to win this thing, and I didn't take my own advice. I should have put myself in an area I thought they were coming to, and I just tried to run around too much and make things happen. And 15 minutes before I was before I had to run in, I called 3 times and saw them everywhere. So I'm excited to go fishing tomorrow.
I'm excited to see it. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. From Knoxville, Tennessee, another former Elite Series Rookie of the Year, Brandon Card. Brandon Card with a big bag here on day number 1. 5 fish, 19 pounds and 3 ounces. Moves him into 10th place currently with 19 pounds and 3 ounces. $19 pounds and 3 ounces puts you in 10th place currently, and get a weight on that fish right there, 9 pounds 5 ounces. And that fin freak of nature right there, a welcome addition to the bag, and a great start to things.
Oh yeah, that was the second bite of the day for me, and I followed it around the boat and was just kind of easing it. And she came up and opened her mouth, and I went for her, and she jumped, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose her. She swam around and came back, and I got her, and it was insane, man. I've never caught a 10-pounder. I knew it wasn't 10, but I've caught several 9s. I've caught 2 9s on this river, so this river's got them, man. It's a fun place. I want to say hi to my wife, Kelly. She flew in yesterday. And also I want to give a shout-out to the Prince family, Cliff and his parents. They cook for us every night. Also stayed at his grandparents' place, so thanks to those guys.
Well, thank you, and congratulations. A great start. Another angler starting off his Elite Series career from Texas, Frank the Tank Talley. Frank, welcome to the Bassmaster Elite Series, and 4 fish here on day number 1. I know you wanted that 5th one, but you're on the Bassmaster Elite Series. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels wonderful. On the biggest stage in professional bass fishing, I can't complain. There's thousands that like to be here, so I'm excited.
Awesome to have you here, and we look forward to spending the season with you all year long. We'll see you back here tomorrow. From Kissimmee, Florida, get loud for Jesse Tecarante. Back on the Bassmaster Elite Series, 5 fish here today for Jesse Tecarante, 12 pounds, 12 ounces. Puts him in 29th place currently. Hold him high. Let's get a picture for Bassmaster.com. Jesse, 12 pounds, 12 ounces. Decent start to things with the way this is. I mean, St. Johns River's fishing pretty tough right now by the looks of things.
I caught today, my marshal was astounded. He lives here, and he says, you're just going through them. And a lot of those 2-pounders, 2.5-pounders. And listen, I don't care about none of that. I'm here. You guys are awesome. I had to take the season off last year, and it stunk. I'm glad to see you, Trip, and everybody. It's awesome, and you guys are a great crowd out here. I've always heard the stories, but it is awesome. So give yourselves a hand, guys. Thank you. We appreciate your support.
Well, we're happy you're healthy and back here with us. Awesome to have you, Jesse. Our next angler, a former TTVC champion from Reed Springs, Missouri, the Snowman, Brian Snowden. 2 fish here today, not the start you wanted, Brian, but you get to go tomorrow, I guess. I'm trying to find a silver lining.
Well, like my song said, it was a beautiful day in Florida, so it was a lot better than being home in Missouri. So I really hadn't figured anything out, to be honest. There's no excuses. I got 3 bites all day, so maybe one of my buddies is going to tell me how to do something, I don't know.
I'm sure you'll figure them out tomorrow. You always seem to figure them out by the end of things. Want to thank everybody for coming out here, and special thank you to Palatka. I mean, you guys, who's excited the Elite Series is back here? The Elite Series is back here because of you guys and the great folks from Putnam County that put this together. I know some of them are right here in the crowd. Let's give them a round of applause and thank them for bringing the Bassmaster Elite Series back here to Palatka, Florida. Of course, this is our first stop of the season. After this, we're going to go to Lake Lanier. We got a back-to-back event. And then after that, we will be in Knoxville, Tennessee at the Geico Bassmaster Classic. Who's coming to the Classic? 7 people are coming, Trip. We're good. 8, you're not invited, sir. I'm sorry. No, we need more like you. All right, hold on. This is a big deal for this next guy. There's a country watching all the way from Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. Get loud for Chris Johnston. Welcome to the Bassmaster Elite Series. I already met his brother. 5 fish today. 5 fish for 21 pounds, 5 ounces, and both of them inside the top 10. The rumors are true, ladies and gentlemen. These boys can catch some bass. 21 pounds, 5 ounces. Chris won a big tour-level FLW event in the state of Florida, and, this... What a start to your Elite Series career, dude. I mean, you and your brother grew up winning tournaments. You won them always. They really did. If you look, we did a video, and the series they fished, Bassmania in Canada, they give medals. They have so many that looks like Mr. T. It's ridiculous. But we don't give medals, but we give trophies, and you guys are going to get a few by the looks of things.
I certainly hope so. I got room on a mantle for a nice blue trophy, and hopefully sometime maybe this year I can get one of them. And today was a tough day for me, believe it or not, with the weight. At about 1 o'clock, I had 1 2-pounder. I had lost an 8 about 10 in the morning, and my day just wasn't going right. And whoever said fishing's easy is they need to go out and see Lake St. George or Lake George out there and spend about 8 hours, and then come talk to me. So.
Well, it worked out good. Welcome to the Elite Series, and a great welcome indeed. From Texas, get loud for Brad Watley. Brad, welcome to the Bassmaster Elite Series. Great to have you here. 5 fish and 5 good ones. Look out. 23 pounds, 4 ounces. The hits keep coming. 23 pounds, 4 ounces. And another giant bag of bass from beautiful St. Johns River in Palatka, Florida. Couple of Palatka possums right there. 23 pounds and 4 ounces. 23-4, no big deal, right? You mean you do that stuff all the time, I'm sure?
No, that's a big deal, dude.
Yes.
No, hey, if I can do that tomorrow, the next day, whatever, hopefully we can keep that rolling. You never know. It's Florida, and giants live here, no doubt. I got 2 big bites today, and hopefully we can get 2 big bites tomorrow.
An incredible start to your Elite Series career. Great to have you here, and we look forward to it. You got to go that way. So good at catching the fish, but not great on stage. From Florida, our next angler, Kobe Krieger. Welcome back, Kobe. Great to have you here in the Elite Series, and so nice to start it off here in your home state of Florida. 14 pounds, 3 ounces, pushing 24th place, so not so bad.
Yeah, I tell you what, I was pretty excited with what I caught until I showed up at the dock. Last night when you told everybody that they always complained, and then the next day the liars showed out. Well, they definitely showed out, and it's a great place to fish. Just think if Hurricane Irma wouldn't have came through and the eelgrass would still be in this lake, what we would have caught. It's a great place to fish. And, I was here 40 years ago when my dad fished the B.A.S.S event here, and there was a bunch of heroes then, and they're all gone, and now we're going to make a bunch of new heroes.
Whoever holds those trophies are heroes to me. From Youngsville, Louisiana, let me hear it for Tyler Carrier. Tyler took a Phoenix Boats Big Bass Award last season, and you think John Cruz has got it locked up with an 11-2?
I don't know. They got a big one coming in behind me right there. Next couple guys. It's gonna be close.
Oh boy! Well, 11 pounds 6 ounces for you. Puts you in 41st place with just 14 anglers left to weigh in here, so not so bad.
I really didn't have that good of a practice, and I just went and run some water today. Caught a bunch of fish. I just never ran into a big one. So got tomorrow. This is Florida. Hey, you could go out and catch 30 pounds easy.
I know you can, and we will see it this week. I guarantee you that. From Mount Carmel, Tennessee, every day is doomsday. Let's hear it for David Mullins. 5 fish for David Mullins here on day number 1. Wow, the big bags are coming in here at the end. 5 fish for David Mullins, 21 pounds and 6 ounces. Puts him in 5th place currently. Get loud from Mount Carmel, Tennessee, David Mullins. Oh, good Lord, look at this thing. I only brought 1 shirt. You'll regret that by the end of the week. 7 pounds, 13 ounces, and, I mean, it's not an 11-pounder, right?
No, I tell you, this place is special to me. This is, my rookie year, this is the first place I ever got a check, and I really enjoy coming down here, but... that 11-pounder, there's one coming up right here that's going to give a run for money, so I'm interested to see how big it's going to be. So let's see what Mark Menendez has got.
You just gave it all away. I mean, you're...
Listen, I have looked at this fish back here for 30 minutes, and he has showed it to me 25 times, and it's 10 times bigger than anything I got, so here he comes.
So you decided to destroy the surprise for all of us. Thanks. From Paducah, Kentucky, get loud for Mark Menendez. He once held the all-time record for the biggest fish weighed in. 5 fish here today. Look out. Needs 25.3 to take the lead. 24 pounds, 8 ounces. Moves into 3rd place. And that fin freak of nature right there. Hey, it's Bass Albert. I don't know if it's bigger than Cruz's, but I don't really understand fish once they get over 9 pounds. 9 pounds, 13 ounces, but wow, a giant fish. And the crazy thing is, you'd think at 9.13, that's the biggest bass he's ever weighed in Bassmaster competition. Not even close. What was your biggest? Do you reverse the numbers?
Flip it, Dave. 13.9 in 1997, David, at Megabucks.
It broke the record that was established. It broke the record that was established here in 1972. That's how long your bass held the record until he weighed that fish in Texas.
Wow. Whew. Great. A lot on the line here that leads to, this off season. Been a crazy off season. People are chomping at the bit to get out here. How good does that feel?
24.8 is 24.8, whatever you weigh it at, David. I tell you what, it's been a great day. It came kind of slow, David. It came slow. First fish I caught this morning was a crappie that was world class. It was a big giant one. I thought, well, here we go. We may have to go have a little lunch. But I kind of figured it out as the day progressed, and that big fish was my second one. I had another fish in there, almost 6 pounds. So what I've got going is hard work, but when you get the bite, it could be the right one, and today it definitely was.
Awesome to see, and I love when spooky stuff like that happens. A 13.9, he weighs in a 9.13 today. Wow. All right, welcome him back to the Bassmaster Elite Series. Made 5 top 12s in his rookie season from Newport, New York. Welcome Jamie the Hammer Hartman. Jamie Hartman with 3 fish here today. 6 pounds and 5 ounces. And unfortunately, you decided to hang out with a bunch of guys weighing in mules.
Dude, I zigged when I should have zagged, man. I'll tell you what. Remember back in high school when you really liked that girl and that girl didn't like you back?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's Florida for me.
I just don't get it, man. I mean, I was on them. I had plenty of bites in practice, took a whole bunch of fish off. I went to play it safe today to catch a decent bag. Not a big bag, but a decent bag. Dude, that's all I got, man. I had 5 bites total today.
Could be worse. I mean, you said that's Florida for you. That's life for me, my friend. Our next angler from Payson, Arizona. Get loud for Clifford Perch. Clifford Perch with 5 fish here on day number 1. The 3-time U.S. Open champion. 13 pounds, 11 ounces. Moves into 28th place currently with just 10 anglers left to weigh in here on day number 1. £13, 11 ounces, and sitting in 28th place, so going to be in contention tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, I think if you're over 10 pounds, you're in contention here. You know, I really enjoy coming here. I didn't catch real big ones today, but you know, I saw some of them, and I'll tell you what, if you could get them to bite, man, there's some giants. You know, you guys have seen all these big ones come across the stage, but you know, they live in this river, and it's a fun place to fish. I'm hoping to bring in a really big bag tomorrow. You know, I couldn't get them to bite very good today, but I'm around them. It's pretty exciting. It's tense.
It's awesome to have you back here in the Elite Series. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Our next angler from Florida making his Elite Series debut. Let's hear it for Drew Cook. Drew Cook won a big event last week with Mark Zona. 10 pounds, 13 ounces today, puts you in 48th place, but I'm predicting a big comeback tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, I had some missed opportunities today, but with the warm weather and we're in Florida, anything can happen. I've done it before, and I'm going to go swing hard tomorrow just in case they throw a strike.
I'm sure they will. You know how to catch these fish. And in that tournament last week, I mean, you were down and out, but you dug deep.
Yeah, I guess I won the wrong tournament to start off the year. I should have just let Drew win that tournament and then me win this one, but it is what it is. It was a good time. We had fun. Hope everybody got to watch that and got to see all the pictures. It was a good time.
We'll get you your belt here by the end of the weekend. Great to have you here. Another new Elite Series, a pro, but he's not a new pro, making a lot of money over in the FLW Tour over the years, and want to welcome him here, Scott Canterbury. Scott, great to have you here on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Got to share the stage with you at a few TTBCs, but awesome to have you here. 10 pounds, 3 ounces to start off your Elite Series career, and it's just day 1. You can fix that by the end of this deal.
It's just day 1 in Florida, so it can definitely be fixed down here. You see all these big ones. I was on the wrong program, obviously. But I can change things up. We're going to change it up and see what we can do tomorrow. We're going to bring in some fish. So it's an awesome crowd, you know. Glad to have it here on day 1. I can't wait to see it on the weekend, man. This is going to be awesome.
Oh, it'll be packed here. Stick around till Sunday. All the way from Kenora, Ontario, Canada, the 3rd member of the Canadian Invasion, Gussie Jeff Gustafson. The other 2 Canadians are in the top 10. Gussie, in an interview, the first question, one of my good friends, Guck, asked you, what are you excited about being on the Bassmaster Elite Series? I'm not going to answer it for you. Would you please tell the people what your answer was?
I take it back. I said I was excited to chirp Dave Mercer. I can't even talk. We go back a long time doing like the boat show tour up in Canada, and he's always been a good buddy of mine, and you know, helped me out lots along the way. So.
Tough start today, unfortunately. And I was only joking, but 2 fish here today. Gussie, you're going to be a force on this tour. I know you will. And but tell me about day number 1. What happened out there?
Yeah, it's a long season. But yeah, I kind of had a decent first day of practice, and I think that sort of led me astray a little bit. In the last couple days, I struggled, and today I struggled. So I got 2. I had 1 fish all day, lost a couple, and with like 5 minutes to go, I caught like one almost 4 pounds just right across the channel here. So I'm gonna just fish some new water tomorrow, go hunting, and catch 5.
I couldn't be prouder to have you guys on the Elite Series. Might not have got the result you wanted today, but trust me, this dude's going to be a force on our tour. From South Carolina, get loud for Todd Otten. Todd Otten, welcome back to the Bassmaster Elite Series. Great to have you here. And a good start by the looks of things. 5 fish here on day number 1. 5 fish for 16 pounds and 13 ounces. Gonna dig deep in that Berkeley weigh-in bag and hold them high for you. Ladies and gentlemen, from Lake Wiley, South Carolina, welcome Todd Otten to the Bassmaster Elite Series. Big bass, big stage, and big dreams. It all happens right here on this stage, and with 16 at 13, going to put you in 23rd place with 5 anglers left to go, so not a bad spot.
No, I was real pleased with it after the practice I had. I think I caught about a limit in practice the whole time, so today I had 6 or 7 keepers, and I was pretty surprised.
That's a great start after a previous like that. Do you think, did you change or the fish change it?
Well, you know, it was probably 12 o'clock, and I hadn't had a bite, so I finally sat down in the right area and started working on them a little bit then. And I don't know, maybe should have stayed in there a little longer, but I didn't think I was going to better myself, so I left.
A great start to things. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. From Benton, Arkansas, welcome on back to the Elite Series stage, Stetson Blaylock. Stetson, 5 fish here today. I'm going to wait on those 5 fish. Looks like a decent start to things. 5 fish here today on day number 1. 12 pounds, 12 ounces. Puts you in 36th place. And on the right side of the cut by the looks of things so far.
Yeah, I was very surprised at the weights today. You know, I only found one little area, went in there, and I think I maxed it out. So I'm going to start over fresh tomorrow. I know the big ones are biting, so I got to go find them.
Go get them. I know you will. Our next angler has weighed in the 5 biggest fish in Bassmaster competition. Get loud for Paul Mueller. 5 biggest fish in Bassmaster Classic competition. Sorry. Dean Rojas already texted me. I felt it go off in my phone as soon as it came out of my mouth. 12 pounds even. 5 biggest fish in Bassmaster Classic competition. But hey, that other record could get busted this week. Who knows?
Oh, for sure. I mean, man, this is a place that you can get healthy real quick. I have to look for a spot. You know, I kind of fished off a practice, and, you know, sometimes you have to fish new water. I'm going to have to do it tomorrow. But there's big ones all over this place. I think tomorrow's going to be the best day. And hopefully make a jump. You know, I mean, seeing all these big ones out there, I need to catch one. My personal best is 8 pounds, so I need to get that this week. And that's the goal. So
go get it. I'd love to see that. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard of this young upstart pro from this area, from Palatka, Florida. Get loud for Cliff Prince. Cliff Prince with 5 fish here on day number 1, stop number 1, his hometown. 18 pounds, 3 ounces. And the Prince of Palatka puts himself in contention, as he always does, here on the St. Johns River. Cliff, I mean, you got a song with your name in it.
You like that?
The crowd will, I mean, they're crazy for you here in Palatka. But I think I know why, because in one of the interviews they did with you, you said growing up in Palatka, if I didn't know you, you weren't from here. And I think I believe you.
That's about right, yeah. I mean, I grew up here, went to school here, and I got friends, you know, that are, I mean, all over. They've moved back, moved out of town, come back, and we're still good friends. And, I mean, I love all you guys. Thank y'all for coming out.
Always great to have you here. Day 1 went good. I mean, you've always said, you know, in this tournament you see those weights go up and down, but your goal is to stay consistent through this whole deal.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I wish I'd have had a little more weight. I didn't have any sight fish. I went and seen one good fish, but she was crazy. I didn't mess with her long. I looked for about an hour and a half, come back up the river and bettered up a couple fish. I'm glad I did what I did. And, I mean, if I can I'll take 18 a day.
Okay, before you leave, can you do me one favor?
Yes, sir.
We got another angler weighing in after you. There's just one, but can you ask all the people to stay here just to be polite to them? Because I know when you get off the stage, they're all going to run after you. So ask them to stay just for one more angler.
Oh, they will. These are all good people. They'll wait.
All right. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Let's hear it for Cliff Prince. From Denver, North Carolina, let me hear it for Rob Dye. Rob, welcome to the Bassmaster Elite Series. Great to have you here.
You know if you beat Cliff Prince, what's going on?
I'm the one you're looking for. I'm the last one.
I've been waiting for you. 18 pounds, 3 ounces. You move into 18th place. Let's hear it for Rob Dye and welcome him to the Bassmaster Elite Series. Rob, I got a feeling you're going to be pretty good at this game here, because, he weighed in last here today. He had to follow the hometown hero, Cliff Prince, right? And Tripp quickly said, if you beat Cliff, this crowd's going to lynch you. Cliff weighed 18 pounds, 3 ounces, and Rob just rolls up here and throws 18.3 on the scale. So he knows how to get along with the locals.
I wish I'd have made a mistake. I had more weight in him, but I didn't. But had a great day out there. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, sunshine and all that. But I'd like to thank my wife and my daughter for letting me fish. And, without them, I couldn't do it without a good family. My son, he does all my PR stuff. I want to thank him. And I got a good sponsor, Cash and Rods. If you're in the market for some rods, cashandrods.com to make a good rod. And I got some other sponsors, but we got several more days of this. Hope I can back that up tomorrow, but having time of my life.
Go get it done. We'll see you back here tomorrow and hopefully all the way through to Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our weigh-in. Let's look at our leaderboard. 25 pounds, 2 ounces. And Robbie Latuso, your leader. John Cruz behind him with 24.13. Mark Menendez, 24.8. Brad Watley with a 23.4. Behind him, Micah Fraser, 22.8. David Mullins, 21.6, 21.5, 21.1, 20.10, 28, and 19.13. Rounds out our top 10, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to get down here tomorrow for takeoff. Boats leave at 7:30. We'll start interviews about 7 o'clock, and we will see you tomorrow. Palatka, thank you all very, very much.